Hello and welcome back to this channel. Dear students, this session is for the types of communication systems. We'll be discussing what are the different types of communication systems. So there are three broad categories. The classification first part is based on type of signals. That means signal can be analog or it can be a digital signal. So there are two major types, analog or digital communication. Second, it is based on the medium which is used for the communication. Medium means like a coaxial cable through which the signal is passing, or fiber optic cable, or it can be a free space. So medium can be wired or it can be a wireless. Then third type of classification is based on the direction. It can be unidirectional or bidirectional. So depending on that, there are three major categories. First is simplex communication, then half-duplex and full-duplex communication. Now let us talk about the first type of classification, that is analog or digital communication system. First, analog communication system. In the last video, I have explained you the concept of carrier. In case of analog communication, one of the characteristics of carrier is going to get changed according to the modulating signal. That means if we want to transmit certain signal, it is mixed up with the carrier, with the high frequency carrier. So one of the characteristics like amplitude, frequency or phase of the carrier is changed according to the modulating signal. That is the major characteristics of analog communication. It can be AM, that is amplitude modulation, FM, that is frequency modulation, PM, phase modulation, and so on. As such, we are going to study all these things in detail in the latter sessions. Examples of analog communication are traditional AM or FM radios, then landline phones, and old television sets. So this is about the analog communication. The major drawback of analog communication is there is a noise interference. So signal is getting corrupted with the noise. Then you cannot place repeaters in between transmitter and receiver. Repeaters are the circuits which are used to boost the signal strength, which we are going to study in detail in the latter session. So repeaters cannot be used between transmitter and receiver signal, and it is analog communication, not a digital system. So coding is not possible in this case. Then about the digital communication, this is the advanced version of the analog communication. So in this case, the transmission of the signal is in the form of discrete pulses. That means it is in the form of logic 0 or 1. So it is in the form of discrete pulses. So it is a discrete signal which is having high accuracy, and such signals can be compressed and can be encrypted. That means different type of encryption can be applied, and the signals can be compressed. Examples are internet, then WhatsApp call, common example, or 5G cellular system, and so on. Major advantages of digital communication includes their high noise immunity. There is a high noise immunity for digital communication. Then it is possible to detect the error, as well as up to certain extent it is possible to correct the error if there are any errors in the transmission of the signal. Then it is most secure communication, and it makes use of efficient bandwidth. So this is about the basic types of communication based on the signal, which is analog and digital. Now the next type is depending on the medium which is used for the transmission of signal. So there are two major categories depending on the medium. First is wired communication and second is wireless communication. As the name indicates, it's very simple. Wired communication means certain kind of medium is there through which the signals are propagating, signals are transmitted. And in case of wireless, there is no such physical medium. So if we are talking about the wire communication, as I said, there is a physical path which is present and which is used to transmit the data. Then in case of this wired communication, we can well say like this: the signals are guided through that particular medium. So sometimes it is also called wave guides, because this type of structures are actually guiding the signals which are propagating to it. So the signals are guided, and it is more secure and stable communication compared to the wireless communication. Then again, there are three subcategories as far as this wired communication is concerned. First is the twisted pair. So usually it makes use of copper wire. Examples are landline phones, then Ethernet cables, and so on. Second is coaxial cable. We know that normal coaxial cable we have seen, which carries the electricity, the current is flowing through it. So in case of coaxial cable, there is a copper wire with a shielding. That means certain kind of shielding, certain kind of coating is applied. For example, in case of a wire which is carrying the current through it, the uppermost layer is the plastic layer which is used as a shielding. So examples are cable television systems, then internet connections, and so on. And third important type of wired communication is FOC, that is fiber optic cable. You might have heard this word FOC, that is fiber optic cable. In this case, the speed of transmission is much more compared to the other medium, because the data is passing in the form of light rays. Actually, electrical signal or any another type of signal is not directly transmitted through the fiber optic cable, but the data is converted into light rays, and only light rays can propagate or transmitted through the fiber optic cable. So it is the fastest communication, and there is a very less interference as we compared it with other types of medium. FOC or fiber optic cable generally consists of three layers. The innermost layer is the core layer, which is made from glass or plastic, through which the actual data transmits. Above which there is one more layer, that is the second layer called the cladding, and the third outermost layer is the shielding. So this is the fiber optic cable. Example is high-speed backbone internet. Then this is about the wired communication. As I said, certain physical medium is existing between transmitter and receiver, through which the data or signals are transmitted. Next is the wireless communication. A very good example in our daily life of this wireless communication is mobile phones. There is no physical connection as such when you are communicating with each other. So in case of wireless communication, this transmits the information through the free space. Free space acts as a medium. There is no physical connection. So the data is transmitted through the free space node, or using suitable antenna. The signals are converted into EM waves. EM stands for electromagnetic waves, and then the communication takes place through the free space. It allows mobility because we can move. There is no physical connection, so mobility is allowed and no need of physical connection. Subcategories of this wireless communication includes radio waves. They are used for Wi-Fi, then Bluetooth and cellular data. Next is microwaves. These are used for point-to-point communication and satellite communication systems. Third is the infrared. We have seen this example in case of a normal television remote. So for short range tasks like TV remotes, these infrared systems are used. Now, the third type of communication system is based on the directions of propagation. So it can be unidirectional, it can be bidirectional. So first type is simplex system. It is the simple system known as simplex communication. The communication is done only in one direction. For example, a very good example is a television broadcasting system or radio receivers. So in such systems, we are receivers. The end where we are sitting is the receiving end. We cannot transmit the signal from that point. So radio and TV are good examples of simplex system. Simplex is communication in only one direction, only from transmitter to the receiver. No communication is possible from receiver to the transmitter. Next is half-duplex. Actually, it is a two-way communication between transmitter and receiver. So TX means transmitter, RX is receiver, but they cannot do the communication simultaneously. That means if two persons are making communication using this system, and if someone is transmitting the signal, then another person has to only receive the signal. So at a time, both transmission and reception are not possible. A very good example is walkie-talkie system. Third is the advanced system. Nowadays we are maximum times we are making use of this fully duplex system. It is a true bidirectional communication at a time, or simultaneously transmission and reception is possible. So it indicates the bidirectional flow of information. So this is about the three basic types: simplex, half duplex, and full duplex, depending on the direction of propagation of signal. So dear students, that's it for today's session. So thank you. Thanks a lot for watching this video.